Yesterday we talked about this. Fields penalties are before the snap happens, right? False start, encroachment, leaving field on the wrong side, illegal snap, delay of game. Those are my Fields penalties. So just remember that. Fouls after the play is over are also dead ball. I shove you after you go out of bounds. Or I look at you and go, F you. It's a dead ball penalty. So those all happen from where the ball's going to be snapped next. Remember, talked about loose ball and running play. What's the difference? I know it's up behind me. What's a loose ball play involve? Anything before the quarterback throws it or a player throws the ball. So it involves a forward pass. Running play is anything else. I catch the ball and I take off running. It's now a run play. I scramble, don't throw the ball and run. It's a run play. Those are important because of the basic spot of enforcement. What's the basic spot of enforcement here? I don't know, it's on the next slide. For a loose ball play, what do we talk about it? Think your pass interference. Where's that enforced from? Which would be the previous spot. So the orange ball spotter. Best way I can tell you. Previous spot. How about a running play? What's the basic spot of enforcement on a run play? If you get held and you're running, where does it go from? Huh? End of the run. We call it the end of the run. It's not the succeeding spot. It's the end of the run. Because we'll talk about the screw the offense or stiff the offense in this case. So, we talked about it. These are previous spot and end of the run. So, the basic spot of enforcement, we just hit those. I'm not going to. So, end of the run. Now, what happens if the offense gains an advantage? So, I'm running down the field. I've caught the ball. I'm now running. You go to flag guard and I swipe your hand away and hit it. And keep running. And get down right here. Did I gain from here to here legally? No. So where am I going to penalize me from? The spot of the foul. This is the stiff the offense principle. If I couldn't get that legally, I'm going to go back to the spot of the foul. Basically what this means is you go back, you try to screw the offense as much as possible in this. So, I know it's on the next one. The all but one are stiff offense. So, the basic spot of enforcement is important. The basic spot of enforcement on a loose ball play, we said, was the previous spot, right? The basic spot of enforcement for a running play is end of the run. So, if I happen to commit one of these fouls behind that basic spot, so if I'm on the offense and I commit a foul during a loose ball play, so you come, start running, I have illegal contact behind the line, my quarterback throws an incomplete pass. The basic spot of enforcement is normally this puck right here, right? But what do we want to do? Stiff the offense. So we go from the flag, we put it back 10 yards from that flag. If I commit a penalty in front of this basic spot of enforcement, so we have loose ball play, I give somebody a quick 5-yard bump, and I shouldn't have, quarterback throws an incomplete pass, well, I'm already beyond that spot, so I've got to enforce it from this spot, and we're going to push it back. So think of a run play, what hurts the offense the most? And we'll talk about a lot of these plays tomorrow when we do scenarios. So think about the basic spot of enforcement for the all but one principle. It's tough, it's confusing, so if you have any questions, you got to let me know as we go through this. And we'll go through a couple plays here. Here's just a little matrix. When did the play occur? If you say it's a running play or a loose ball play, depending what you have. What's the basic spot of enforcement? Here's the end of the run, there's the previous spot, which we just covered. Was the foul by Team A behind the basic spot of enforcement? Was it behind this? Typically on the end of the run, if we have a flag guarding, illegal contact, stuff that helps my team out, it's usually we go from the spot of the foul. If that's yes, spot of the foul. If it's no, penalized from the end of the run. That is new. That is brand new for this year.
So like you give the option in the last 2 minutes.
So if your team is down and I commit a penalty, And it's not one of these major stoppers. If we have a major stopper, we go by the major clock stop. But if we end in bounds on a penalty, I give the team that's losing, or the team that was offended, the option. So if I commit a penalty and my team's losing, I'm going to ask the other team, you want to keep it on the wide? Yes, sir. Because that's going to hurt my team. If his team is losing and I commit the penalty, then we're going to be on the snap because I want to help his team out.
So are you going to ask them and then immediately start it and then after?
No, you're going to enforce the penalty, and then you're going to ask him. What's that?
There shouldn't that much delay then.
There shouldn't be, no, but they get the option. But if my team's winning and you commit a penalty, I'm going to run that 25 seconds off. And no, we do not have a 10-second runoff. That has been asked before. We do not have a 10-second runoff. We cannot do that. What? You can try, but you'll get fired. All right, I have enforced the penalty. Now what is the down and distance? So, setting the zone line to gain. And this is where it becomes tough. I have to enforce the penalty and then set the zone line to gain. If you look out there, we're in chunks of 20 yards. We don't have sticks. We don't have 10 yards. We don't have two people out there putting one stick down, walking 10 yards, then coming out there to measure. We don't have that. We have zones you have to gain. You have 4 downs to get 20 yards at a time. You could have 4 downs to get 1 yard or 4 downs to get 20 yards. And if you have more yards than that, it means you got a lot of penalties committed. So, what you do is you always enforce your penalties. When you look up, if I'm looking at the 20, that's going to be my next zone line to gain. So, hopefully I've got this, and this will help you out. So this is a play we had before, I believe. So we had 4th down and the 20 to gain. The play happens. I enforce my penalty. I'm still looking at the 20. What happens if I enforce my penalty and I'm sitting at the 19-yard line? Do I replay 4th down? Why not?
They legally got past that.
They legally got past that. So if I flag guarded it at the 9-yard line and you march off 10 and I'm at the 19, I can't gain the 20 again. I'm already there. So if the 20's a yard behind me and I'm looking at the goal line, 1st down, goal to gain. Because you legally got here. I hope I got another play. All right. It is 4th down, 40 to gain from the 20. So I'm right here, going to the 40. During the run, A1 pitches the ball forward at B's 36, so on the other side of midfield, to A2. A2 catches the ball at the 20 and it runs for a touchdown. All right, so let's watch this. 4th down, right? Ball's ran at the 36. I throw an illegal forward pass and it goes for a touchdown. What's my spot of enforcement for this play? Why?
Because it was legal up to that point.
It's what?
Legal up to that point.
It was legal up until that point, so we're going to go from the flag. This is all during the run play, so our spot of enforcement is to screw the offense. So we go from the flag. If it's at the 36, how many yards is a illegal forward pass? How many? 5 yards. Why? No contact. Perfect. So I run up here to this right here. You go back 5 yards. Where does that put me at? The what? The other 39. If it puts me at the 39, I had 4th down and 40 to gain. I mark off the penalty. Illegal forward pass on the offense. 5-yard penalty. What does it carry? Loss of down. So if I lost 4th down and I'm still looking at the 40, can I play 5 downs? Turnover, right? Because you'll push yourself back here. I look at here. I've got to go the other way. See if I get another scenario up here. So we'll explain that more when we go back out for penalty enforcement and throwing the flag. Questions on that? That is tough. That is not easy. It's a lot of confusion. We will go over 10 scenarios tomorrow to help you out with this. This is why I'm giving you to a little bit at a time. This is a group thing that you have to do. It's just not you, it's just not you, it's just not you. It's all 4 of you put together. So if you screw up, the crew screws up. If you're the line judge and your referee's struggling, help them out. I can tell you more than likely one of your referees are going to be sitting back here. You will probably not be referee the first week. You may be the second week, you may be the third week. So just remember that. Special enforcement's half the distance. So if you ever hear them on the TV go half the distance, if I have a 10-yard or if I have a 5-yard penalty and I have half the distance, can I do that inside the 10? Can I go half the distance inside the 10? Or can I go 5 yards inside the 10? Sorry, I confused myself on that too. Don't you worry. So, actually, you know what? I can do it this way. New technology. Don't write on my screen. All right. So, 10-yard line going in. If I have a 5-yard penalty at the 8, can I go 5 yards? I got to go half the distance because I can't get a full 5 yards and not gain an advantage. If I'm at the 20 or within, anything that's a 10-yard penalty is half the distance. If I'm at the 11 and I have a 5-yard penalty, I can go the whole 5 because I'm not going to gain more than half the distance. So the way you count this out, don't be like, looks like I'm at the 13. All right, I'm going to go 6.5 steps. 5, 6 and a half. The way you're going to do this is you have a half the distance. You're going to pick up the pucks. You're going to count all the way to the goal line. You get to the goal line, you're going to stop. I got to 7. I'm going to go back 3.5. 1, 2, 3. Take another step. Put them right between you. That's how you do halves. If you go 8, walk back 4. Because I guarantee it, somebody's going to be at the 20 and walk 24 steps. And you're going to be like, they're wrong out there. They painted those wrong. I guarantee you they're not. The more and more you work, you realize it'll take you 6 steps to get to here, 4 to get to here, and 7 to get to here, and 3 to finish it out. Your steps will start becoming longer. But you still have to count half the distance penalties to the goal line and come back half that distance. Because if you're at the 10 and you take 12 steps, come back 6. But use these to help you out. If you're between these 2 lines or these 3 lines, mark them off as you want. Because that's the way it's going to be. We don't have half the distance out here. Disqualified player, player must be removed. Somebody gets ejected. You can't be like, you can sit on the sideline. Nope, you got to go. What do we talk about when you eject a player? What do you got to do? Document it. Talk to one of these fine people over here and tell them what happened. If you look at the secured flag belt, it's pretty easy. Tie their flag belt. Away we go. Goal line and safety. What do we talk about for safeties? What part of the ball has to be outside of the goal line for it not to be a safety? The entire ball. For a touchdown, how much of the ball has to be in the end zone for it to be a touchdown? Any part of that ball just has to touch the line. So just remember that. If the offense commits a foul in the end zone and the penalty is accepted, it results in a safety. So if the quarterback is scrambling, flag guards in the end zone, and then throws that pass, I've flag guarded in the end zone. The tricky part here is if the quarterback's scrambling and somebody goes like this on the offense in the end zone, make sure that flag stays in the end zone. So they know that if they accept that penalty, it's a safety. Then you got to march down to the other end of the field and give the team the ball. So if there's a safety, we go down to the other 14 and we come this way. That's the tricky part of it. If a defensive foul occurs with the end of the run in the end zone, so for some reason I'm running around in the end zone, I get held in the end zone, we throw the flag, and I get deflagged in the end zone, that spot of enforcement is the goal line. Because my run ended in the end zone. Rarely does that happen, But just remember that if I get deflagged in the end zone and I'm running, my spot of enforcement, if it's by the defense, is that goal line. So basically, just march it out to the 10. Don't worry about forfeiting of the game. When you do penalties, and I think somebody has this today. I'll let you have it. Come on up here.
I would love teaching.
All right. This is Sean Clark, by the way. He's one of those guys that actually got promoted. One of them. He did an okay job for me last year. That's why he's a supervisor. So I'm letting him walk you through how you announce penalties.
Cool. So as a referee, you come up to your pucks, you see you have a penalty. So we talked about that yesterday, that really key communication. Have your whoever, line judge, back judge, whoever has the penalty come up to you, tell you what it is. Before you start moving pucks or anything, you need to signal what the penalty is. Just pick your line judge side typically, or whichever side is most equals. And then you're just gonna right here. All of this, we got a legal contact is right here. Now you go to the team that was offended, you said, hey, you want this 10-yard penalty, yes or no? Right?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yes.
Cool. So make sure we understand that they have choices then. So it's more than that. So it's, do you want the ball 10 yards from here, or 10 yards from the end of the run, or make sure whichever situation that is explained, or the advantages or disadvantages of declining it. If there's a huge disadvantage to decline it, don't even bother.
The best thing that he can do you want first down right here, or do you want second and whatever right here? If you accept the penalty, you want it right here. If you decline it, you get it right here. Basically, you want to give them the down and distance. It's going to be first down, or it's going to be third down right here, or repeat second down right here. If you can point those out to them, all you do is they'll be like, yeah, we want second down. That's how they accept or decline a penalty. So if you can get them to say, yeah, I want to take third down, or I want to take second down. Especially if it pushes the offense back, you're going to have third down right here with 5 yards to gain, or you're going to have second down with 15 yards to gain. That comes into play when it's fourth down. You'd have 4th and 10 or 3rd and 20. Take 4th down and 10. It's much easier to defend one play than it is 2 plays.
For sure. And so after you've done that, they make their choice. You pick up your pucks, typically with your line judge, and you walk off your yard, 10 yards, 5 yards, whatever it is, from the spot of foul, from the previous spot. And so now you're here, you put your pucks down, and that's where you're looking at your line judge. And so you have, I got a legal contact on the defense, 10-yard penalty on my first down. And you walk away.
Not automatic first down.
Well, the results are first down. There you go. And then you back up and do everything you would just like you were going around.
So he's absolutely correct on this. You come up, the first thing you do, you get the information. Hey, I've got pass interference on the defense. All right. I don't say a word. Go to the captain. You want 10 yards from the previous spot, or do you want it to be third down? I want 10 yards. All right. Go. 10. Pass interference, defense, 10-yard penalty, replay third down, or whatever the down is. It's as simple as it is. Usually we don't have to do a lot of explanations. Don't be like the guys on Sundays or Saturdays. After further review, we've got all this crap that happens. No, we don't care about that. Give them their options. Come out. Like you said, illegal contact. Do you want 10 yards from here, or do you want the result of the play to be third down there, second down 10? I want the result of the play. All right, go move the pucks. Legal contact on the defense. That penalty is declined, third down. And then, like you said, go back to your spot. Third down, 20 again. Ready for play. You do a lot of talking as the referee. You'll find that out as we go on next week.
Okay, so once again, it'll be third down, 10 yards back here, fourth down right here.
It'll be close play.
Play will be open because it was forward pass to a girl.
See, he gave the options. He does a really, really good job by asking 10 yards back here, because he's holding the end of the run. So it's 10 yards from him. If you want, he can march that off for you. Or it'll be fourth down right there. So.
I mean, my side guarding of some sort. It was really flat where you just kind of shoved it or you extended it a little bit. Yeah. You guys want to set there, right? Yeah.
He basically walked him into the call that he thought was best for him. You got the second down right here and goal to go, or you back him up 10 and replay first. You want to back him up? Yep, okay. So, hopefully he announces this one, I can't remember. He should announce, he does announce it, I think it's.
First down. Repeat the down. Illegal contact, offense, 10 yards, repeat first down. Plays closed, goal line game.
I want him to do that right here, right at the pucks. Everything you've seen there is what you need to do, except just do it at the pucks. Fouls during a touchdown. So, if my team scores a touchdown and I flag guarded, do you think I got to keep that touchdown? No. So if I flag guard, score a touchdown, I'm going to throw the flag, I'm going to go up to the captain, push him back, all right. If they say no, I'll be like, they're going to score. No, we want to push him back, all right. If I'm held as I run into the end zone, get held, fight through it, get into the end zone, and we throw the flag, what do you think happens on that play? I get to keep the touchdown, but what about the penalty?
To enforce it the other person when they get the ball.
You can enforce it there, so this is called the succeeding spot. You can enforce it half the distance on the try, or you can push the other team back half the distance. So what that means is, if I want a closer try for a 2 or 3 point try, or even a 1 point, well, I don't know why you'd move to the yard and a half line, but if you wanted to, you can move it up on your try. So if I'm down 2 and I really need a 2 point try, yeah, but I'm going to do it on the try. I want a 2 point try. If I'm winning, push them back 7 yards when they come out. So you can either assess it on the kickoff or on your try. So if I legally score and there's a penalty on the other team, I can do it on either my try or when they come out. If there's a penalty on my try, so I've got a 1 point try, off defense comes in and chucks the guy, and I still score, I'm going to do it on the next spot. Because there's no reason for me to have to replay my score from half the distance. And you can't change your scoring option. So if I went for 1, I can't be like, yeah, half the distance, bring me in, and I'm going to do a 2 point try. I still have to do the same try. Questions? If either team commits unsportsmanlike during a play that has a touchdown, so if I score a touchdown and then I spike the ball, the defensive captain gets the option. Do you want to put it on their try, or do you want to put it when you guys come out? So either if I spike the ball and I get an unsportsmanlike conduct, so the play's dead, I either can enforce it on the try or when my team gets the ball. So if they're like, yeah, I want to put it on the try. All right, you're going to have a 10-yard penalty on try. You want a 1, 2, or 3. If they go, oh crap, if you have a 3 point try, it's going to be from the 30. If you have a 1 point try, it's going to be from the 13. So you have to ask them before they go for the try. You have to do the order of occurrence. You can't have the spike and be like, I want to know what he's going to go for. No, you need to tell me if you want it on the try or if you want it on when you get the ball for the kickoff or the succeeding spot. And if he goes, no, I want to know what he's going to do. Yours is first and then his. So it's the order of occurrence. This will happen. Somebody will go in, touchdown, poof. Or they'll go do something stupid like they can do in the NFL now. So if that happens, flag them and give the option. If it happens on the defensive team, we revert back to they can either do it on the try or the succeeding spot. Don't worry about that. Foul during a try, which we talked about. So here we go. Boom, by the defense. Touchdown. What are their options? Had a foul by the defense, bowled through the girl. Bam, we threw the flag. Please don't throw it over them. They score a touchdown. What are their options? What is the offensive options?
You get closer on another try, or add to the The opposing team succeeding.
Yep, so they can either do it on the try, or they can do it when they come out. They'd be like, we're gonna decline that. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't let them. Like, we're gonna decline. No, you're not. You want a closer try, or do you want to push them back? Wow, we get that option? Absolutely. So you want to push them back. If both teams commit live ball fouls, what happens? I have flag guarding. Run a little bit further, and I get held, and I get downed. What do they do in college, NFL, and high school? They offset. Flag guarding on the offense, holding on the defense. This penalty's offset, replay the down. Don't even give them the option. Now, the other thing is, what happens if I flag guard? I'm the quarterback. I flag guard right here. Drop the flag. I throw an interception. Chris gets the interception, and then his teammate pushes somebody over, and they throw that flag. Does he get to keep the ball?
Yes.
Why?
Because it happened after the change of possession.
Because it happened after the change of possession. So, do we enforce my flag guard? Why not?
Because his defensive player, they fouled his intercepted.
What you tell him is, do you want the ball? Absolutely. Because he has to decline all live ball penalties that happen on that play in order for him to keep the ball. It doesn't matter how many penalties happen, he's got to decline all of them. Live ball penalties. Now, we'll enforce that holding or the illegal contact or whatever we have on his team. So if he intercepts it, his teammate runs, we have legal contact right here, and I get down right here, I'm going to enforce it from the spot of the foul. Because I'm going to penalize his team. So you come up, flag guarding, on the old offense, that penalty is declined. I would say on the offense or the throwing team, penalties declined. After the interception, flag guarding on the defensive team, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down. So they have to decline that penalty. Multiple live ball fouls, we talked about that. If a team commits 2 or more live ball fouls, flag guarding, legal contact, illegal forward pass, how many do you get to pick? 1. So basically now you got to go is, all right, you go 10 yards back from there, you're going to replay the down. 10 yards back from here, you're going to replay that down. Or you can go 5 yards back from here, loss of down. Now I give them multiple options. Or you can decline all of them and have the next down here. Obviously with an illegal forward pass, they're going to probably accept that one. Probably. So that's why you've got to lay out their options to make sure that they know what they have. More than one dead ball penalty. What happens if I have a dead ball penalty and your team has a dead ball penalty? I go F you and you go F you right back. 2-1 sportsmanlikes, right? They offset. If I have 2 dead ball penalties and you have 1, what happens? They're going to still offset. Yeah. More than one dead ball foul. Dead ball fouls. What? I don't get that. If you have a dead ball penalty, you can enforce multiple dead ball penalties. You go F you and then shove him. So I got 2 unsportsmanlike on you. I'm going to give you 20 yards. Huh? Yeah, he's going too. And he's out of here. But I'm going to couple those. If we have a live ball penalty, your team commits flag guarding, and then after you're done, you spike the ball. Guess what? I'm pushing you back 20. So I can couple live ball fouls and a dead ball foul, as long as there's not multiple. We do not ignore dead ball fouls. Do you have something?
No.
Questions?
So if you go to eject somebody and they aren't legal, you guys can supervise and take care of that?
Yeah. Did Laura touch on this? Will you stand up for me? This is my favorite part about teaching. My favorite part about teaching. All right. So Casey, he looks at me and he goes, F you. Where do I throw this flag?
In his face.
And it right here. Why would I not throw the flag right here?
To make him angry. To make me angry.
I sit here and I throw this flag at him. Guess what? I now pissed him off. I now made him really, really mad. What could he do to me? I'm pretty slow in my old age. He could probably get me pretty quickly. Either the right hook or the left hook. So what I want to do? All right, you said F you. Boop. I didn't throw it at him. Because what happens if I throw this at him? I just armed him with something to throw back at me. I don't want that. So what I want to do is I want to throw this thing high and I want to throw it away from him. No, I don't want to throw it at him. I know of somebody who went like this and went, what are you going to do? And she goes, this guy lost. He just started laughing. He's like, whatever. Don't throw it at him or her. So you want to throw that, you want to take a step back. Why do you want to take steps back? So now, A, he can't swing at me. Now if he's mad, what does he got to do? He's got to come at me, right? Who's the instigator? That guy. So I throw that penalty. I'm walking this way. I'm not walking off my field, or I'm walking to another referee. Thank you. So that's why you throw it high. Because if he's quick and he can go like this, you might get punched in. I've done this for 6 years at this university. Don't be the first one that gets punched in the face because you throw a flag. I've done this at other universities for another 6 years. Don't be the first person I've ever seen get punched in the face for a flag. I've done this for a while. I can tell you, if you take a step or two back, it gives you a step or two head start if they start coming at you. So, just remember that if you throw that flag, throw it high, don't throw it at him. When you throw a flag, and we'll talk about this, don't throw it at the player. I used to do that and I thought it was funny. And then until you watch the Cleveland Browns in the late 90s, when that dude got one pop in the face and it ended his NFL career. I don't want you to do that. Yes, I thought it was funny if I could peg somebody in the back. They'd look at you and be like, you fouled. I love doing that. Please, when you throw that flag, throw it at the ground like that. And throw it at the spot. Questions? Yes, sir.
Did we talk about backing your team up when you do eject somebody?
We will talk about that at some point when we're out on the field. All right, in an orderly